All right, so here's our hot topic. Welcome back to BenchWarmers. This is our hot take that we're about to do today. We're going to try to do this all the time and have a hot take at the end of the show. Right now, we're talking about athletes' pay. How much do athletes' pay make? Do they make too much, Jeremy?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't think they make too much. I think some players are highly overpaid. But I think some players are highly underpaid.
I don't see where we get the underpaid. How is anybody underpaid?
If you make...
When you can afford the best of everything in the world, how are you underpaid?
But is that where it's... Is that... So that's your take on it, basically, because they...
You can afford whatever they want.
Okay.
I can't walk down the street and go buy a fucking Lamborghini.
No, but you can't dunk a basketball either.
Move the fucking basket down and I fucking can.
But you get what I'm saying? Like,
give me a fucking trampoline or a fucking ladder, I'll dunk a fucking basketball.
I get your point, but like without players there would be no sports. And in certain instances, like LeBron James, he makes so much money for every team he plays for.
To run up and down the court.
It doesn't matter what he does. It's how much money he brings in for the corporation that he works for. And he brings in more money for his corporation than any other basketball player at the time. Like, Cleveland Cavaliers. Anybody watch the Cleveland Cavaliers game in the last 2 years? He doesn't watch basketball. I watched maybe one or two.
I'm not watching any.
But I guarantee you done watched about 20 to 30 to 40 to 60 Laker games. When LeBron James was playing...
I haven't.
When LeBron James was playing for Cleveland, y'all watched Cavaliers. When he played for Miami, y'all watched Miami. LeBron James left the Cleveland Cavaliers 2 years ago. And they suck. When he's there, they don't suck. So, players like him, I can't really say the NFL. NFL, I think some players get paid a lot of money, but that's a dangerous ass sport.
It's a contact sport. It's a full contact sport.
Yes.
It's not run down the court and slap you.
We're going to get him in the NBA, and I think he's going to understand a lot more that is besides... Yeah, but, so, football, are you okay with the players being paid in football? Do you think they get underpaid?
That's who we're talking about.
Let's say... Jared Goff.
He's overpaid.
Okay. Tom Brady.
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to what he signed in Tampa. But Tom Brady's always taken smaller deals with the Patriots.
Would he be underpaid, though?
I mean, that's what he wanted. That's what he chose to do.
Okay.
So I mean, if you say, hey, I'll take a pay cut, I'll make less money so you can pay other people or whatever.
Patrick Mahomes.
Well, he's on a rookie deal.
So he's underpaid.
So he's under contract.
But he's significantly underpaid.
Fulfill your contract.
But you didn't get to negotiate your contract. You didn't get to negotiate it, though. You got a money based off of the year you were drafted, based off the slot you were drafted.
There's been rookies that have negotiated their contract.
They can't do it anymore. They literally they stopped doing that. So since the rookie scale came in the NFL rookie scale, Sam Bradford and Howie Long's son, Chris Long, was the last person. New 10-year CBA. The CBA. Okay, I don't care about that. Where's the? Here he is.
We're talking about bonuses.
No, this is first round rookie salary projections. So they based it on based off of where you get drafted at. So quarterback Joe Burrow will be selected number 1, meaning I don't care about the bet. Historic media rise first round pick will net a 4-year deal worth $36 million, including 23.9 signing bonus tacked on to the 610 base salary. So he's getting 610 base salary as the number 1 overall pick.
You want to know what my salary is?
No, I don't. It's not the same amount as that. But millions of people don't want you to do your job. Millions of people don't tune in on a Sunday to watch you. Yet. We're trying that. But yet. But that's what I'm saying. Like, in that scenario, wouldn't it be our fault that they get paid too much? We're the ones that pay for the ticket prices, the stupid concessions at a game. the jerseys that are $150 for nothing.
I don't spend $150.
We don't. We go to the BHA. But a lot of people though. Do you know what I'm saying? We pay for the. We'll be buying. Well, definitely when the NBA comes back, I'll be paying for the NBA season pass, so that way we can watch the games. Not going to be very relatively expensive, but could you blame us as the fans for their salaries ballooning?
I can't. As far as the fan side, I can't. But some of the reasons they give that they need more money is
Stupid. Listen, the greatest reason of all time.
$610,000 a year. I can live very comfortable with $610,000 a year.
You're 100% so
Now, if you live outside your means, that's your problem.
But I don't think it's about how much money they make. I think it's about how much money they make into how much business they bring in. Like Joe Johnson was highly overpaid when he played in the NBA. He had a $100 million contract. He signed it at a great time. There's a lot of over NBA players paid. Tyler Johnson, Evan Turner. That was during the time frame that the salary cap jumped up in the NBA. So Evan Turner got signed to Tyler Johnson got signed to a $19 million a year deal, and he was a second round, he was an undrafted free agent. They just signed him on potential. I think that now the greatest quote ever to the reasoning, Latrell Sprewell's. Getting by on $14.6 million. So for anybody that doesn't know, Latrell Sprewell was a former basketball player that played for the Knicks, I think, the Timberwolves, and Golden State. He choked his coach, PJ Carmicio. He choked his coach on the sideline in the middle of the game. So the Minnesota Timberwolves offered him. Come on. They offered him some contract, and basically what he said is, I gotta feed my family. And they were like, you can't feed your family off of $14.6 million?
I could feed probably 14 million families.
Well, I don't think he's ever played a game after that, because of that. I think he never had another contract really. After earning about $100 million he now his net worth, so he turned down the Wolves' offer of $7 million a season. He was making $14.6 million annually.
Wait, go back, because I want to point something out.
$100 million.
He now has a net worth of $50,000.
Yeah.
So he lived outside of his means.
He did. Again, you can tell he lived outside of his means when he said, I gotta feed my family for $7 million. He did. But not a lot of people do. Well, a lot of them do. A lot of NBA players and all that stuff do. They do. Let me stop lying. A lot of them live outside their means. So, made over $100 million. Turned down a $21 million contract offer. And yeah. Said, I gotta feed my family.
Stupid.
Now, if you've been to 8 straight finals, you've done that with 2 different teams, you bring your team a minimum of 16 games extra a year in ticket sales. We just heard what MLB said. MLB just said that ticket revenue is $1 billion. If the teams cannot make their money from the ticket revenue, they're not willing to pay their players that much money, right? So if they're making $1 billion from tickets, no owner is playing on the team.
I don't feel bad for any of these athletes. None of them.
I don't feel bad for them. They all make good money. But they also have a very short span of time to make that money.
In one season, they'll make more money than I'll ever make in my entire life working.
But if you were a lawyer, and a very good lawyer, or Dr. Oz, a physician that has a TV show with surgery.
Are you going to pay those student loan bills?
I'm not paying any of those student loan
bills.
bills.
Having trouble paying my current student loan bills, and that's only $100,000.
Dr. Oz's net worth is $100 million.
How long has he been a doctor?
Dr. Oz's salary is $20 million a year. That's the salary of an NBA player. He can make that for how long?
Well, he does stuff that's more
How
important
long
than being
did-
an athlete.
Didn't we just say that we needed sports back because of hope?
Hey, he saves lives.
So does athletes.
They don't.
We need sports back. We just said we needed
Where
sports
are they
back.
putting their hands in somebody's fucking chest cavity?
That's true. That's true. Okay, that's true. But he's been in medicine since 1994. Oz established himself at the Institute. He has a book for healing. He makes $20 million a year. How long can he make that $20 million?
I don't see an issue with that.
How long can he make that for, though? Forever, until he decides to stop. They have, most of them, the average football career is like 4.5 years.
You mean to tell me you give me a rookie contract? I could live on that for the rest of my life.
You could. You definitely could. But then, once you got that rookie scale contract and you performed well, you would think that you deserved more money. Because if they're paying you this money for being a rookie and you perform.
But you signed a rookie contract.
Yes, so after your contract, you want more money.
So after the contract.
Okay.
Yes.
So you want more money.
After I fulfilled my original contract.
Yes, and you want more money. And you would negotiate for a higher amount of money.
Right.
Even if you were getting paid off of what you could live off of for the rest of your life.
If I'm still playing, after I fulfilled my original contract.
Yep. So is your problem with them not fulfilling the full contract?
Yes.
Okay. So
Absolutely.
you have 4 marketing degrees, you went to college. Right?
I have a lot of degrees.
You went to college and all of a sudden you went into a draft for your job. And your job said, hey, you're going to make this much money based off of this for this long. And somebody that isn't better than you got taken ahead of you and they make more money than you. And you outperform people that are higher up in the salary scale than you are. And they're paying better. Maybe they've been there longer, but they're getting paid more. Wouldn't you want more money? Wouldn't you go up and be like, hey, I'm outperforming these motherfuckers. Why can't I get the money?
But if I sign a contract, that's the contract.
You wouldn't try to renegotiate.
If I don't put a clause in that contract that I can renegotiate it if I'm performing better than other people, then I need to fulfill that contract.
Would you renegotiate it though? Would you ask to renegotiate?
If there's no clause in there to renegotiate, what gives me any right to renegotiate it?
There's not a clause in a lot of contracts that people find loopholes in it.
But you signed the contract. That's what you agreed to.
Okay. But maybe maybe you don't agree to it. Maybe you have no choice. There's no
How do
negotiating
you
power.
not have a choice?
They don't have negotiating power when they sign their rookie scale contracts.
But either you sign the contract or you don't.
Or you don't get paid.
So go work like every other person.
You've worked your whole life for a dream. Your whole life, 17 to 20 years, has been dedicated to one craft. And the only reason why you can't get paid is because you think you're worth more money than they're willing to give you at the time. And then that's like, don't do your dream. So of course you're going to sign their contract. And then some of them outplay it. Patrick Mahomes deserves way more money than he has right now.
Well, he signed a contract.
True. And
I don't care how much you outperformed your original contract. Fulfill your original contract.
Okay.
Just because we'll use Mahomes as a
Example.
fucking example.
He's not talking shit or anything, but
So the first 2 seasons, yeah, he played great.
well,
Absolutely great.
first season he didn't play.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
So he got paid for not playing, and now he's got
Right.
2. Yeah.
So now, how many years he got left?
He's
On
got
his contract, he's got
this
what,
year and
2?
next year. Yeah, 5 years.
So, if you're as good as you say you are,
Mhm.
play as good as you did last year.
Okay.
Then renegotiate your contract.
Well-
if you can stack back-to-back seasons playing the way you did last year,
He
give
stacked-
you whatever you want.
He stacked 2 seasons back to back.
Did he win a Super Bowl the first season?
No, he won the AFC Championship.
Okay.
That was the
So,
defense's fault.
but he
Defense's
won the
fault.
Super Bowl last year.
Yep, defense, but no
So
MVP.
go ahead and play
MVP,
that same season this year.
MVP, 50-5.
But go ahead and play that season this year.
Okay, so if he wins the Super Bowl this year, has he outplayed his contract?
He's got 1 year left. Well, the 1 year is what?
They're going to give him another contract. But
Of course.
Yeah, but using him as an example, he gets paid less money than, let's say, who got drafted first in that year?
What kind of sponsorship deals does he have? How
Just
much
talking
is
about
he-
contract. Nope. Sponsorship is outside. That's what you go and get. The clubs don't help you with that. I can go outside of Title Max and make as much money as I want. That doesn't mean that when I go to Title Max and I go, look, I'm getting paid $13.50 an hour, bitch, I need more money than this. I'm going to go negotiate it.
But if you're making $60 million off of a sponsorship,
that doesn't mean that because I'm making more money on a sponsorship that Title Max is going to get basically what I'm trying to say, get a discount for me. That does not mean that. I'm not giving a company a discount because I can make more money out of there. I'm trying to get all the money that I can get, and my job is to play sports. My job
so
is
then do your job and honor your contract.
But my job is if I do a great job that on the sports field, that allows me to get better contracts outside. Right. So why would that not be the same when you're signed based off of your draft position? So if you
perform really well at title match, can you go to your boss and say, "Hey, I want to raise. I'm doing better"?
Yes. Will they give it to me? No, they won't give it to me. And I have the option of quitting.
So you throw a fit like everybody else?
Fuck yeah, I throw a fit. You've heard me throw a fit many times.
You throw a fit to me.
Exactly, but I don't have the negotiating power that they do.
Why not?
If I could come in and say, look, if I came in and said, hey, I'm one of my store is the best in the fucking country. I'm one of the best title loan officers ever. Motherfucker, you need to pay me more. And they go, no, fine, I'm going to quit. Wait, we don't want you to quit. How much more do you want? That's exactly what they're doing in this situation. But they don't get to control the same contract that they get. They don't get to say, no, I want more money to begin with. What?
Fucking Twitch. I don't know.
Let's put it this way. Baker Mayfield is getting paid more money than Patrick Mahomes is right now.
How?
Because he was the number 1 overall draft pick. Kyler Murray makes more money than Patrick Mahomes does right now. As a salary. Because he was the number 1 overall draft pick and Patrick Mahomes was 10. So again, in this scenario, Patrick Mahomes should be able to go to his say and say, look, motherfuckers that are getting paid more than me suck less than me. I'm winning Super Bowls, they're not making the fucking playoffs, you should pay me more. Fuck my contract. I can't help where I got drafted at. I can't help that at all. That was your fucking decision. I had nothing to do with that. Now does it make more sense?
No.
So it's okay for Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield to get paid more than somebody based off of the position they were drafted.
I mean, it is what it is. Fucking pay everybody the same and say, fuck it. You all make fucking $10 million a year. You want more than that, go get your fucking sponsorship deals.
Okay, so in that scenario, that makes sense. I can agree with that, except for how much money are they making for the organization? We're forgetting that. Without these players, NFL is different. They'll still continue. But the NBA, without these players, they're not making... Okay, Mitchell Trubisky gets paid more than fucking Patrick Mahomes. So just... Leonard Fournette can't stay healthy. Corey Davis, Jamal Adams, Mike Williams, Christian McCaffrey, John Ross, all get paid more than Patrick Mahomes. Just based off of their draft positioning. And they cannot negotiate it because, remember, Sam Bradford and them held out, and the owners, and they were paying those number 1 and number 2 draft picks all that fucking money with Chris Long. And then the owners said, nope, we can't do that no more because we're wasting money on players that we don't know if they're good or not. So let's make them prove themselves before they can get their money. But all of these players make more than Patrick Mahomes. None of them have anything that he has done. None of them are even... Patrick Mahomes is the face of the fucking NFL right now.
In your eyes.
That wasn't my eyes. That was ESPN. That was NFL.com when he got injured. That was all that shit.
Yeah.
But even then, there's an issue there. You can go into your company and say, I want to make more money because I'm outperforming the people that are making more money than me. And they would be like, you're 100% right. We're going to help you out. Or they would say no, and you say, fuck you, I quit, I'm gone. There is no place, and you can go to multiple different other organizations and do the same thing that you're doing now. There is no place for them to go. They can't go anyplace else and make that money. The NFL is the number 1, or NBA or MLB. MLB we're not talking about because all of your contract is guaranteed.
That's ridiculous.
Bobby Bonilla is still getting paid by the MLB. Did you know that?
Who?
Bobby Bonilla. Bobby Bonilla signed a contract with the New York Mets in...
trying to think. I can't remember.
Here we go. Here it is. He hasn't played in the MLB since 2001, but he is still getting paid by them. Bobby Bonilla signed a contract in early 2000. That's Bobby Bonilla. Last took the field in 2001, but 20 years later, he is still getting paid $1.2 million by the New York Mets. In fact, he gets paid that much every year until 2035. What ended up happening was that final sum of 28.9 million paid by the sport. He signed a contract in the very beginning, and they wanted him to 1999. He wanted to get rid of Bonilla, but they still owed him almost $6 million on his contract. Instead of paying him outright, Bonilla's agent Dennis Gilbert negotiated a team to defer payments till 2011 with an 8% annual interest, which would calculate till about that much money, and then they redid it again. He still gets paid every single year by the Mets and has not paid since 2001. That is smart as shit.
Yeah.
That is the smartest thing I've ever seen. So MLB, your contracts are guaranteed. We're not talking about them. They get their money. Y'all need to stop signing people to $250 million contracts. NBA, y'all need to stop signing people to $32 million contracts. I think the problem I have most about it is there are very few people that deserve that contract. I think too many people
are getting those big ass contracts.
And I think that dilutes the people that deserve it. Like Matthew Stafford got
I think that's the whole argument.
Okay.
It's
so
many people are making these huge fucking contracts and they suck.
Yes, Matthew Stafford, Joe Flacco, but Joe Flacco's coming off of the Super Bowl. So.
Like, I mean, when Patrick Mahomes gets paid, he's going to reset the market.
Of course.
So which means the next person to sign a deal is going to make more than Patrick Mahomes.
And that's where
no matter whether they won a Super Bowl, been MVP, 50-5, whatever the fuck you want to go, whatever.
But that's where that's why I could not be an owner of a company, of a fucking franchise.
I think that's the whole argument is these people get paid too much money.
I think
when literally every time a contract is signed, the fucking market is reset is ridiculous.
I think too many people get paid too much money. I don't think all of them do. I think there are your select few that deserve good money. Tom Brady,
of course, there's always a select few that deserve that money. Always.
So if it was only like, let's say for instance, if you won a Super Bowl, had an MVP, and had a good seat, and had a good couple years.
You know you're talking about Patrick Mahomes.
No, I'm bringing in Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers.
Well, Brady made that choice with his agent on his own.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, take out him taking less money.
You pull Brady out of the entire equation.
But if Brady wanted to say he wanted $35 million a year, people would be okay with that,
right?
Because of what he's accomplished,
what he's done.
I think that's the issue. I think you should have, if you're looking at quarterbacks right now, there should be.
Check your modem or router connection and try again.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, that was Google.
I think there should be maybe 3 quarterbacks.
I didn't connect Google to my new internet.
Oh, maybe 3 quarterbacks that should have that money. Like, I mean, just like right now, Tom Brady.
Well,
they had to pay Jared Goff because he went to the Super Bowl in 3 years.
But he went to the Super Bowl.
I know, but
he didn't
still.
do anything.
Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers would have got that contract, right? Those are the only 3 as of now, and that's because Patrick Mahomes is not up for debate because he's still on his rookie contract. But the problem that you have is Matt Stafford, Joe Flacco, Matt Ryan. Maybe Matt Ryan might deserve that too. But not consistency.
I think there could be he's not consistent.
Yeah, you're right. And I think
there's an argument to be made for it, but he's just.
I think that's the issue. There's too many people making too much damn money.
Right. And
they don't deserve it. And they're giving money out to everybody.
That's the whole thing. And I'm sitting here making shit fucking money.
Life ain't fair. If we were 6'8", we'd be making good money at any one of those things.
Yet I owe the government $100,000.
So basically, in this scenario, at the end of this debate, we're saying that yes, players get paid too much money.
Yeah.
Some players deserve that money. The problem is there are too many players getting paid that fucking much money.
Right.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's some people deserve to pay, some people don't.
And as long as you're aware that you
just like where I work.
Yeah, you're true. Just like where I work. No, nobody deserves to get paid at where I work. Not for long. Yeah, not for long. Hopefully, either one of us. On that note, we're gonna get up out of here. We are done. You guys have a wonderful weekend.
Y'all have a good. Well, you can't say weekend. It's Sunday.
Sunday. Y'all have a good Sunday.
Y'all have a good week.
We don't know when we're putting this up. Are we putting this up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? So I could
say
good. If we put up Friday, I could say good weekend. Y'all have a good weekend. Peace.